going to be live stream of comic book live stream me reading Batman 1989 comic books. Now, as you guys have already known, or if you guys have already seen, in my last stream, which would be Q&A live stream 18, in that live stream, I was talking about me possibly. Hello, Alvy. How are we doing today, Alvy? I hope you're doing good, Alvy. If you have not checked out my last live stream, Q&A live stream 18, Alvy, how are you? I'm doing good. How about you, Alvy? I'm doing good. If you guys have not checked out Q&A live stream 18, you already know that in that live stream, I was talking about doing a test live stream on Saturday to see if people like the idea of me doing live streams on Saturdays. And I picked a topic to do. And if you did not see my community post after Q&A live stream 18, I talked about what I was going to be. Alvy, I had a sleepover yesterday and didn't sleep. Well, that sucks, Alvy. I hope you get some sleep today. Louisa, hi. Hi, Louisa. How you doing today? I hope you're doing good, Eliza. So if you have not checked out my community tab on my YouTube channel, I talk about what I was going to be doing today. Elevated Vlogs. My cousin Amanda and her husband John. What's up, Joe? We're about to go live for the parade at the Tulip Festival in Clymer. Oh, cool, guys. I wish I was there with you guys. Yeah, I'm doing my, I didn't know my cousin Amanda and her husband John would be doing a live stream today, but, for me, this is a test live stream. It's a test live stream to see if people want me to live stream on Saturdays. And, if you have not checked out my most recent, uh, Louisa, where is your beard? I've already talked about this in my Q&A live stream, Louisa. I am a man, and it's important to men. It's important for men to shave their beard weekly, and I shave my beard weekly, so that's where my beard is. I shaved it. I actually got it after this live stream is over. I gotta shave it later today before it starts getting bad. But yes, if you have not checked out Raja, hi Raja, how you doing? So if you guys have not checked out my community tab on my YouTube channel, I talk about what I'm gonna be doing today. Louisa, yes, okay, good. We're gonna be reading some. I'm gonna be reading some comic books today. Some Batman comic books. Now, these Batman comic books are from a 1989 series of Batman. And maybe if this live stream does well, and you guys like the idea of me reading comic books on Saturdays, I might continue the series because I got a whole stack of comic books over there of Batman. So today we're going to be doing a series of Batman comic books from 1989. And then I have a whole series of comic books that go through the early 90s to the mid 90s to the early 2000s to the early 2010s. So now I'm going to show off what I'm going to be reading today. So we're going to start off with the 3-part series of The Many Deaths of Batman. So we're going to start off with a 3-part series, The Many Deaths of Batman. That's going to start off the stream. Louisa, Louisa, yes, okay, Louisa, I love the idea. Well, thank you, Louisa. I appreciate it. I'm happy you like the idea of me reading comic books. Raja, sounds interesting. Pritchard's fan, hey bro, Pritchard's fan, big fan, Hausen. Cool. Thank you, Pritchard's fan. I appreciate it. So, we're gonna start off reading with the Many Deaths of Batman. And then once we get done with that, we're going to go with this Batman 1989 annual comic book. And then after that, we're gonna go with the DC movie special Batman, which is basically a comic book version of the Batman movie. And then after that, once we get done, we're gonna go to the 4-part series of Batman Year 3. So it's a part 3 series of comic books. Now let's get started. I'm gonna start off with the many deaths of Batman. Alvy, hi Alvy, welcome back. So let's start off with part one, part one of part one of 3, the many deaths of Batman. So let's get into it. The many deaths of Batman, Chapter 1, Period of Mourning. Wee! I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so here's more pictures. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Gotham General Hospital. And then we got a ad for, I think, we got an ad here, but okay. Louisa, I'm eating Nutella and bread. Well, good for you. Good for you, Louisa. I'm happy for that. Okay. So, here's another picture. I'm hoping you're enjoying the comic book so far. So far, this comic book doesn't really have much dialogue. Raja, I'm listening to this while doing a count. Cool, Raja. So far, this comic book doesn't really have much dialogue in it. Here we are with another ad. Louisa, I love the comic book. Thank you. Okay, so far this comic book doesn't really have much dialogue in it. Here is, they're promoting a comic book. Here in this one, they're doing an ad for a comic book convention. Yeah, not really too much dialogue in this comic book. Right now, I'm just kind of showing off the pictures of this comic book. Oh no! Oh no! Batman is dead! Batman is dead! Batman's dead, everybody. Batman is dead. Everybody is going and saying because Batman is dead. Everybody's going and saying because Batman is dead. There was another ad for something else. Okay. Batman is dead. So far, this comic book doesn't really have too much dialogue. And here is Commissioner Gordon telling people to get the fuck out of his office. Louisa, how many pages do we have in the comic book? I'm almost done. Well, this is a three. Right now, in this comic book, this is a 3-part series of comics. I'm only on part 1. Anime, hello anime. We're just reading some Batman comic books here, though this comic book doesn't really have any dialogue in it. Anime. Uh, I hope you're having a good day, anime. I hope you're having a good day. And here is an ad for Lex Luthor. They had to throw in an ad of Lex Luthor in there. Okay, so they got an ad for Superman Unchained. This comic book was written by John Barn, penciled by Jim Apiro, inked by Mike DiCarlo, lettered by John Cansada, colored by Adrian Roy, assistant editor Dan Raspler, and edited by Denny O'Reilly, and created by Bob Kane. And that's the end. That's the end of part 1 of 3, the many deaths of the Batman. I'm thinking about. Excuse me, guys. I sneezed. I'm sorry about that. Oh man, I've been sneezing today. I don't know why, but anyways, I'm thinking about it. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you. So now we're going on with part 2 of 3 of the many deaths of Batman. Part two of 3 of many deaths of Batman. Raja, no worries. Thank you, Miraja. Okay, so now we're getting on to, so now we're getting into part 2. Here's an ad for Nintendo and Sega. So far, these first 2 comic books don't really have any dialogue in it. Chapter 2: How many times can Batman die? Gotham City, USA, 5:30 a.m. This book was written by John Barn, penciled by Jim Apiro, Mike DiCarlo, the inker, John Cansada, letterer, Adrian Roy, colorist, Dan Raspler, assistant editor, Danny O'Neil, editor, and Bob Kane, the grader. Louisa, I need to go. Sorry, I need to react to the video. Yeah, well, thank you for joining, Louisa. Okay, now we're finally getting into some dialogue here. Dead, dead, been dead about 8 hours, I guess. Rigor still in advance. Drowned, or is that too obvious? Hard to say for sure without an autopsy. Funny, someone that's not at all the way I would expect them to go. It isn't. Hold on a minute, you men. I know that face. That's Mark Jenner. Yes, yes, I thought he looked familiar. Once upon a time, the America's greatest stock car driver won all the cups there were win 8 or 9 years ago. But how the hell can Mark Jenner be Batman? He was paralyzed in a car crash 5 years ago. Yes, but I don't think this is really Batman. Why not? Now I think about it, fake paralysis would be a perfect cover up. I suppose it would. There's just one small snag in your theory, Doctor. This is the fourth dead Batman we've turned up in the last 12 hours. It just doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Four dead men, each one an expert in a particular field. Jenner, the expert driver, Stone, the demolition expert, Kingsley, the chemistry whiz, and Lisal, the bodybuilder. 7 or 8 years ago, the world had been a virtual who's who of the world's wonder thick kind. Why would anyone want to kill them? And maybe more significantly, why would anyone want to dress them up as Batman before? I hope I'm not disturbing you, Commissioner. I thought you would want to see this report on Jenner ASAP. I do. Uh, but the phone call or a messenger would have a significant for you, Doctor. No need for you to come yourself. I suppose, but this business intrigues me. Maybe I've been watching too many reruns of Quincy, but I thought I'd like to get a little more hands on experience on this case. I wouldn't have thought it would be possible to get more hands on than your line of work, Doctor. True, but there's a saying in my profession that the pathologist knows everything, but that always too late. I thought I would like to be on this little, well, sooner than I usually am, before someone dies, for instance. If you can figure out the way that to do that, Doctor, please let me know. It would make my job a lot easier. As we are reading these reports, if they were in English, what's all this about this contents of lungs? It's fresh water, tap water, I'd say. Whatever, Mr. Jenner drowned, it wasn't river. Official Azure GT. Hello, Official Azure GT. I'm just reading some Batman comics from 1989. Right now, we're on part 2 of 3 of the many deaths of Batman. If you're wondering what I'm reading. All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Yeah, it is. Is that your being wearing, Mr. Allison? Of course, that wasn't the agreement. Agreement? Yes, the agreement. The letter you sent me saying you'd pay $20,000 to come and work out on this new equipment. 20 custom. But Mr. Allison, quack, chock, quack, chock, pop. DGAF 5150. How do I deal with my annoying roommate that won't let me cook in the kitchen? I don't know, DGAF. If you're wondering what I'm doing in this live stream, DGAF, I'm currently reading a series of comic books from Batman 1989. So all these comic books that I'm reading came out in 1989, and right now we're on part 2 of 3, The Many Deaths of Batman. Um, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, DGAF 5150. This seems pretty lame, lead commissioner. Tell me something. I don't know, doctor. I'm chasing smoke here. Unfortunately, smoke is I have at the moment. 5 men dead, all expert in fields, all dressed as Batman. None or another expert turned up to be in the town. Just when one these Batman is killed in a manner reflecting his expertise. I still don't understand how you can be so sure none of these dead men are really the Batman. What I said earlier about Jenner's paralysis being a perfect comer seems to work in this context as well. I mean, it's the beginning to make a kind of sense that the Batman should actually be Batman. It seems unlikely that one man could really do everything he's supposed to be able to do. Unlikely. Unlikely, unless you happen to know him. And I know him, Doctor. If there were only 3 people in the world who could say I'd make a book, I would make one. I've known him from the start, from the first days he showed up in Gotham, and I've seen him in action, spoken to him, shaken his hand, and more than once. If that was different men, then I've been in the wrong line of work for all these years. That's why you're involving yourself directly in this case, isn't it? The police commissioner has no more business chasing around the streets of Gotham playing detective than the assistant coroner. Then the assistant coroner, you really think of him as your friend, don't you? If such a man has friends, certainly he's been a friend to this city, sometimes a better friend than I think she deserves. Uh, DGAF 5150. Oh, nice. Do you have any manga? No, unfortunately, I do not have any manga. I don't collect anything anime. I'm not really into anime. Uh, I wasn't into anime as a kid, and I wasn't into anime as a teenager. I've I've been kind of getting into anime more recently with Ghost Stories and Class of '09, but I'm still not really into the fandom of uh DGAF 5150. Do you collect baseball cards? Yes, DGAF 5150. I do collect baseball cards. I do. I do collect baseball cards. I do collect baseball cards. What was all that about Allison getting some kind of letter from Jones, and Jones a letter from Allison? It seems our late Mr. Allison was expecting to get paid, or rather a lot of money for his appearance at the sweatshop. While Mr. Jones believed Allison was volunteers, his name and reputation, clever, play off Jones' guilty, and Allison's arrogant perfectly. We're here, Commissioner. Pretty spiffy. I had no idea crossbow champs did so well for themselves. They do if they're Raphael di Gorda. His family is one of the richest in Italy. De Gorda got into this crossbow thing because he was looking for something more worthwhile to do with his life than count of money. Let's find out what's happening with Mr. de Gorda, assuming he hasn't shot, snitched, shit, skipped town after committing the last murder. I'm Commissioner James Gordon. It's vital I see Mr. de Gorda immediate. What room is he in? Mr. de Gorda left strict instructions he was not to be disturbed by anyone. Look, I'm not in the mood to mess around with you. De Gorda is wanted for questioning in a murder. At the very least, his own life may be in danger. Now what room? Now what's his room number? Do we really think this is a good idea to let the desk clerk call up to tell DeGorder what we're coming? If he's the murderer, if if it was, I'm inclined to think he'd be long gone, Doctor. Who is it? Police Commissioner Gordon. You were informed I was coming. Of course, I won't come in, Signor Commissioner. Mr. DeGorda. See, you'll excuse my outlandish attire, I hope. I've been invited to the midnight costume ball at the home of your most prominent citizen, Signor Bruce Wayne. Um, DGAF 5150. I collect Pokemon cards. I used to collect Pokemon cards a lot when I was younger. When I was a kid slash preteen, I used to collect Pokemon cards a lot. I don't really collect them a lot anymore. I've kind of gotten out of collecting Pokemon cards, but I used to collect them. I used to collect them all the time. Uh, Zana 67676667. Raja O. You know, Mr. Wayne, to the best of my knowledge, we have never met. However, he sent a very flattering note expressing a desire to meet me along with his costume. Mr. Wayne sent you that costume, Mr. DeGorda. See, pardon, lovely lady, but I do not think we have properly been introduced. There are many not be any time for introductions, Mr. DeGorda. 5 men have died already, and all of them were dressed as the Batman. Ha 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 ha. Oh, come now, Commissioner. Do you not mean to suggest my life is in danger simply because I'm wearing this poor copy of the Batman's costume? There's nothing funny about this, sir. The last man killed was shot with a crossbow, your weapon of choice. I do not care for the implication of what you say, Mr. Commissioner. Raphael de Gorda is no murderer. I'm not saying you are, Mr. de Gorda, but maybe Bruce Wayne is. What? What in the world do you think you're saying, Doctor? Don't you see, Commissioner? It makes sense. The millionaire playboy bored looking for some new game to spark some interest in his jaded life. Maybe he's trying everything else: big game hunting, skydiving, fast cars, fast women, drugs. He's looking for the ultimate thrill kick. And here in Gotham City, that could really only be one thing: besting the Batman, killing the Batman. Raja, I subscribed, by the way. Well, thank you, Raja. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you subscribing, Raja. Please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Turn on all the notifications for all my videos. That would be appreciated. So, thank you for subscribing. Please don't forget to come back to my Q&A live streams and my gaming live streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube. If you can do that for me, Raja, that would be appreciated. And you expect me to believe this man, the man who turned the Wayne Foundation into one of the finest charitable institutions in this country? The man whom anyone will tell you is one of the finest citizens in Gotham. This man would have turned into a cold-blooded killer just because he was bored? Why not? It wouldn't be the first time a respected public figure has turned out to have feet out of clay. A couple of presidents inspiring to mind, and what about Lex Luthor in Metropolis? He's supposed to be a living saint, but I've heard he's not so squeaky clean as you like people to think. That's as may be, And as far as I'm concerned, it's nothing to do with the Mr. DeGorda. DeGorda! Crash! He's dead. Uh-oh, Mr. DeGorda is dead. Oh boy. Another Batman has died. Another Batman has died, everybody. Another Batman has died. Gotham City Police Morgue, 7 hours later. Well, poisoned. Something in the costume. A cure detective, I guess. It was activated by his own perspiration, penetrated through his pores. He was dying the whole time we were there, dying while we were standing around arguing. You want to see police work up close? One of the first things you need to learn is that none of us are psychic. There'd be a lot less crime if we were, but we're not. There was nothing you could have done. I know, it's just, what do you plan to do now, Commissioner? Now I plan to pay a visit to Bruce Wayne. Wayne? But you said. I know what I said, and I haven't changed my mind. I still think Bruce Wayne is completely innocent of any connection to these killings, but the definitely of Peter Allison led us directly to Raphael DeGorda. And DeGorda's death seems to be leading us straight to Bruce Wayne. Commissioner Gordon to see Mr. Wayne. Yes, certainly. Come right in. Good morning, Alfred. Sorry to drop in on you unexpectedly like this, but I need to talk to Mr. Wayne on a matter of utmost urgency. Yes, Mr. Commissioner. It's just that I'm not sure that's entirely possible just at this moment. Not possible? Why not? Is he here or isn't he? Yes, sir. That is. I believe so. It's just that Mr. Wayne got in very late last night and I don't know. That's quite alright, Alfred. I'm always prepared to see the Commissioner. What can I do for you? From the looks on your faces of your companions, I got a feeling that this is not a very social visit. No, it isn't, Wayne. Soon. 6 men murdered, all in Batman costumes, and myself implicated in these most recent killings are outrageous. I didn't say you were implicated, but there is a reason to think you may be next. I can't imagine why. Surely there's nothing to connect any of these men to myself to the Batman, Alfred. No one has sent me a Batman costume lately, have they? Well, not that I know of, sir. All through this, the packaging that came with the morning mail isn't big enough for such a thing, I suppose. Um, Raja, yo, I'm head out. Bye. There's a lot of things I need to do right now. Have fun. Thank you, Raja. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I just bought the mail and when Commissioner arrived. The package is right. Don't touch it. If it was from the killer, it could be booby-trapped. And yet, if the madman means to kill me in the same way as the others, I need to be able to open the package and put on the costume there. It looks harmless enough. Ordinary paper, ordinary packaging tape. Maybe we should send for the bomb squad. There's no triggering mechanism in the wrapping, at least nothing I can see, and as I said, if an alleged killer is holding true to form, and it appears he is, nothing is going to happen until I put the thing on. I can't possibly allow you to do that. Up, the rain is coming down now, guys. I don't need Commissioner. I may be idle, but I'm not addled. Clatter! Well, at least there wasn't an explosive. If it had been, we'd all be adding to the decorations on your very expensive walls, Mr. Wayne. Perhaps still we seem to have some confirmation of your theory, Commissioner. I'm next. What is it, Chambers? Funny sort of looking on this buckle? I can't to seem on there isn't. No, don't. Give me that. This is business. He has gotten us all spooked. No, not without good reason, I'd be, Commissioner. If there was an explosive or some other such lethal device in the belt, closing the buckle would seem a logical way to activate it. Still, it seems we'll have to look elsewhere for that. What's that funny smell? What in the... Oh. Didn't mean to do that. The underscore Undertaker debut 1990. Hello, the underscore Undertaker debut 1990. We're just reading some comic books, some Batman comic books from a series of comic books that I have from 1989. This is also a test run to see if people want me to do live streams on Saturdays, and if people like the idea of me reading comic books on stream. Luca Matt 17. Hi, how are you doing today? Hi, how are you doing, Luca Matt 17? Uh, this is just a test run, guys. So Luca Matt 17 and the underscore Undertaker debut 1990. If you like the idea of me live streaming on Saturdays, that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm also testing out the idea if people like the idea of me reading comic books on screen. So right now we're currently reading part 2 of 3, The Many Deaths of Batman. Right now. The underscore Undertaker debut 1990. Today I bought a book about the Undertaker and Kane's story. That's cool. The Undertaker debut 1990. The Undertaker is one of my favorite wrestlers. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. Okay, let's finish off this comic book here. Good Lord, acid! I'd be if you've been wearing that costume, I'd be very dead now. There's not much left to bury. Then, Master Bruce, someone is trying to kill you, just like the others, but who could it be and why? Unless I'm mistaken, Alfred, there's a couple of more important questions to be answered first, such as who next? And where and how will the killer strike? Well, I must say I heard you a big city gal, and some interesting ways, darling, but this is get up strictly necessary. No! Ah! And we got the sixth or seventh Batman killed. I think this is the 7th one. And that is the end of part 2 of 3, The Many Deaths of Batman. So now we're going on to part 3, the final chapter. Now we're going on to part 3, the final chapter of part 3 of 3, The Many Deaths of Batman. So we're on part 3 now. The Many Deaths of the Batman, Chapter 3, The Last Death of the Batman. Mary McGinnis was out very late last night. She found a friend with a big bankroll and a generous hand. He had some funny ideas, but Mary didn't mind. She saw herself set for a few days off, a few evenings alone, in her small room, peaceful and quiet. She did not see the kind of internal peace the evening end would bring, did not foresee choking out the last breath of her short, sad life as the first rays of the distance drawn peeked and around the edges of her window shade. Hmm. So, what's the scoop? How long she's been dead? Uh, Paramedics say 6, maybe 7 hours. Lucky it's the end of this month. Claudia Din, days before anything found her as the landlady hadn't come pounding on the door looking for her rent. Geez, she's just a baby. My own daughter's older. Hey, Inspector, what do you make of this? What you got, kid? I'm not sure, sir. Something scratched into the carpet under her hand. You two, get this bed out of the way. Yes, sir, Inspector. Holy, I'll be. Meanwhile, a few miles away, beyond the city limits of the nation's second largest urban center, stands someone indefinite at the known as Wayne Manor. Its standing stone walls have been preeny to the much in the long years it stood on this hill, looking out across the growing metropolis to the west. Yet all of the things the mansion might have known, there was never been a secret so great as the one embodied by the lonely figure who now stares in the mute frustration as the distance scowled. I thought you might care for some spot of lunch, Master Bruce. Thank you, Alfred. I'm afraid I'm not very hungry just now. Are the police still downstairs? Yes, sir. The main hall looks rather like a police convention of some sort. There must be dozens of them lounging about. I thought, this is madness. Madness! At the very moment this insane killer may plotting his next move, even marking his next move. And there's nothing I can do about it as long as Gotham's finest are so intent on protecting me. Do I understand you mean you think you know who the killer is, might sir? Not who, Alfred. I need more data before I can make a guess at who. But I know why. I'm most certain. I know why. I knowing why is the half the battle. I must confess I am myself completely baffled by this case, Master Bruce. 7 men of various ages and backgrounds, all murdered within the past 3 days, all wearing imitation Batman costumes, and the latest attempt on me with a Batman costume treated with a powerful acid rig to activate when the fake utility belt was fastened. You really put it all together, Alfred. No, sir. If the attack has been against you alone, I would have suspected someone had uncovered your secret. But all these are other gentlemen. Surely this mad killer cannot believe you're all the Batman. Not the Batman, Alfred. Not exactly, but pieces of him. Pieces of his past. You know me probably better than anyone else on earth, Alfred. You know I'm never one to sing my own praises, but I'll say right now that keeping a calm, straight face as Jim Gordon read off the names of the murdered men has to been one of the greatest acting jobs of all time. You see, I know them, Alfred. Know each every one of them. Without them, there might never have been a Batman. Meanwhile, the office of Gotham's police commissioner. Commissioner Gordon, do you have a moment? I seem nothing but moments, Doctor. Whoever the mystery killer is, or he or she, seems quite determined not to leave us the slightest clue to his identity. Frustrating, inclusive moments that will not fit themselves in a decent chain of logic. There's nothing, nothing at all, nothing. Look at this, Doctor. 7 murders, 1 attempt, and yet I might as well be chasing a ghost. Whoever is doing this leaves no clues, none whatsoever. Well, I don't know if what I have to say will help then, or just make matters worse. Spare me the ominous pronouncements, Doctor. What we have you got? Well, it's the second Batman killing, Stone, the demolition expert who was blown up on his own hotel torrents. I was just just got finished reading the detailed report on what was left on the body, and there's just a hint of evidence that might have already have been dead when he was exploded. Already dead. Yes, it's odd too. I mean, we didn't have very much to go on, but well, in the other cases, all the others, the cause of death was just what appeared to be. LaSalle was beaten and crucified, Jenner drowned. If the attempt on Bruce Wayne had been successful, but Stone's body, the pieces of it we found had been dead for several days when it exploded. Already dead, already dead. What does that mean? What could it mean? Is it possible someone is playing a game of Leaf in the Forest with us? A what? Leaf in the Forest, Doctor. It's an old concept to hide a leaf you put in the forest, hide playing card in the deck, hiding a book in the library. What what we might have here is one specific victim whose death is being hidden in the midst of all the others while we waste time searching for a connection between the murdered men. The real motive and if will the real murder slips past us. But the Batman costumes, window dressing, a nice bizarre touch to take us even further the proper trail. After all, when the first dead Batman was discovered, the whole city went into mourning. Those who weren't celebrating either way through all of the balance. And while we're running around following all these false leads, Gene, who's in charge of the stone part of the bat killing investigation, Jurgens, tell him to put out all the stops on that one. Find everything out about Stones, friends, enemies, all his movements and theirs. We have found the path to our killer. Meanwhile, in a quiet residential neighborhood of the Park Ridge, just a few short miles from the city limits, at the front door of one particular house, Jerry, are you home? Jerry, it's me, it's Sally. Now, where could he be? He promised he'd be able to come and help me pick up the china pattern today. Creak. Jerry? Sal? What are you doing, darling? Messing with those smelly old chemicals of yours again? You're going to be able to give that up after we married like you promised? Of course, of course. There'll be no reason for me to come back to me this after we marry, just like I promised, just like I planned. This has gone on long enough. I've gone down to the library, the access to the Batcave. We're going to have to find something to distract those policemen downstairs. But what, sir? Commissioner Gordon ordered them to protect you and made it quite clear anyone who would slightest neglect in the duty would find himself working at a matters made. Nevertheless, I have to get past those policemen. I have to get to the Batcave. There are lives are at risk, people who need my protection. Not even my secret identity is significant value that I can risk more deaths just to preserve it. If it comes down to it, I'm going to walk right past those policemen and they can follow me to the Batcave if they have to. I'm sure they will not be necessary, sir. I believe there is something I can do. Just give me 15 minutes. All right, Alfred, but not 1 second longer. There are too many at stake. Oh dear, it's been a long time since I've been Master Roos in such a state. I only hope this works. I was planning to serve this rapis for Sunday dinner. I haven't used the microwave oven more than twice in 3 years. We have to wretch the thing. I certainly never expect to be using to destroy such a splendid cut of lamb. Beep, beep, beep. 11 minutes later. Man, oh man, what is that smell? What? My mouth is watering. I drowned. Good afternoon, officers. I wonder if I might offer you some spotted lunch. Hey, you don't have to be twice. What you cooking, pal? Smells delicious, yo. Hey, hold it. Are you guys crazy? Gordon have roast if we leave. I'm not suggesting you leave, officer. Merely transfer your guard post to the kitchen. Yeah, come on, Maury. It's not like we're running off McDonald's or something. I don't know. Yeah, come on, Maury. May I remind you of the compatriots outside? I doubt that anyone will be able to reach the house with them patrolling the grounds. Brilliant, old friend, brilliant. "3 minutes later, Farbello, Wayne Manor. None of the murder victims were Gotham's natives. Whoever it is that's killing, they must also have been bringing them into town, luring them somehow. With my computer links to all the major systems in Gotham, I can easily tap into various train, bus, and air schedules and passenger lists. Tens of thousands of people come into Gotham every day. Finding a needle in a haystack would be a child's play compared to this. If I didn't have the distinct advantage of knowing exactly which names I'm looking for. 34 minutes later, the Sandsburg Hotel. This is Bach's room. Doesn't look like he's here if I'm late. Odd thing, Arliss here in Gotham. He hated to travel so much. What could he lurk him? Everything looks in order. If we have to have been something vitally important to him, I know he's not seen a foot of Austria in 6 years since Mina passed away. What is this? Of utmost importance to the welfare of your granddaughter. Please come to Gotham immediately. Tickets enclosed. And it's signed Smith, the name he knows me by. Another false lead to Bruce Wayne. Whoever it is that's behind this seems to have correctly deducted that Wayne is somehow a pivotal part of the Batman's life. That picture. I remember so clearly when I took it. An odd coincidence that it should be this particular photograph. Alright, right now, smile! Mina and Erlis were a wonderful couple, kind and gentle. They remembered me of how I thought my parents might have been at the similar age. It painted me to have a decent them even little. There, you see, Smith, it does not hurt to relax a little bit sometimes. I know, Mina, but I still have so much to learn. I know, and I will teach you. It has been nearly 8 years since we last heard from our son, Gustav. The falling out between us were very bad, very bad. I had very much hoped we would follow in footsteps, but now I can see that cannot be so. Thus, I am happy to hand on to you all the knowledge I have collected over the years of my association with Interpol. I humbly hope you could put it to good and proper use. Oh, I will here, Bach. I promise I will. He taught me everything. He knew about the fine art of toxicology, how to recognize the most insidious poisons from the tiniest whiff. The mayor's trench. This is the officer's room. Oh, the Batman. Another Joker dressed up as him? No, I'm really the Batman, officers. Mr. Bach is an acquaintance of mine. I was hoping to meet him with him here. Why are you here? Well, I hope I wasn't too good of a buddy of Batman yours. The only place you'll be meeting with Mr. Bach is now in the morgue. He was killed yesterday. It took us till now to track down where he was staying. Police morgue later. This is the last Weber death to be snakebite. I don't even have to do the autopsy, sign or simple. Then it all comes back to Stone, the one who have already been dead, or maybe not have been Stone. Batman? What do you mean, not Stone? It's the other piece that doesn't match the shape of the rest of the puzzle, Commissioner. In addition to being already dead at the time, yes, I've read your report, Dr. Stone, was only one killed in the matter of his expertise. Considering the victims chronologically roughly halfway through this murder-free deliberate pattern begins to evolve as a murderer, has decided to send a specific message to someone, me perhaps, though what the message is eludes me. LaSalle, the first victim, was beaten and crucified. Jenner, the third, was drowned. These are apparently random methods of execution, meaningless. But Allison, the gymnast, was shot with a rigged crossbow. His death was followed by Gigorda, the expert woman who was poisoned. Each was murdered in the manner of expertise of the next victim. But the next intended victim was Bruce Wayne, and he is hardly an expert in poisons. No, however, he was not the victim. The clue you found in Decorder's hotel suit led you to Wayne. But the next victim was a man named Bach, an expert of all forms of poison. He was killed by an armed car painted with the Wayne Foundation logo, almost rather clumsy connection to Bruce Wayne. But perhaps the one and only which one can make this pattern work is to include Wayne. Bach, Interpol, why this death brought to my attention? Doubtless because you've been focusing on this so-called Bat Killer, and since Bach was not wearing an imitation of my costume at the time of death, not wearing the costume, then how did you know he was one of the Bat Killer's victims? It's enough that I know did know, Doctor. Enough that I know these men are being killed. Why? Why? Because of their unfortunate connection to me, Commissioner. With the exception of Bruce Wayne, who has a logical, if an artist's choice to be on the list, each of these men had a part in the process that led to me becoming Batman. These were the men who trained me. Someone has clearly discovered this. And now for this part in the genius, the otherwise individuals are made to pay with their lives. Then in Gordon's office, I think more details, explanation are in order. I agree, Commissioner, if this was not so precious. This is a list of the 5 remaining men I think could be targeted for the next extermination. According to my computers, 3 of them are already in Gotham, though none of them have checked into any hotels. That's where you come in. There's a limit to how much physical search I can carry out on my own. You men are already assigned to the Bat Killer case. You can cover some of the territory I might not be able to get to in time. Just the 4 of us? Seems like we should mobilize the whole force on this one. No. I have a plan for the snaring out our killer, but for it to work, we need to be discreet. If I'm right, your man can protect 4 of the possible victims while I'll go after the 5th. A fully mobilized will only serve the alert the killer were on to him. If this happens, I'm afraid we'll lose him forever. Several hours later. Where is it? Where's 1307? There it is, and there he is. Mr. Shastri. Glad you can make it, sir. Mr. Jones. I know you're a very busy man, sir. I'm so pleased you could take a moment from your schedule. Since we could agree to meet here at one of my holdings, I'm able to combine my business with yours. Therefore, I am satisfied. Shall we step inside? Now, Mr. Jones, perhaps you will tell me what this is all about. Your communications with my Delchi office was most mysterious. I realize that, sir. It was necessary that I'm not reveal all the details in my cable, you see. I am the Batman, and I need your help. You are the Batman? Forgive me, Mr. Jones, but you do not seem to possess the necessary physique. I'm I'm a master of disguise, sir. Perhaps it would help you to believe me if I remind you young Amare can chat whom once you shared your great knowledge of Athena. It is true, I have acknowledged as the world's leading expert on the subject of snakes, Mr. Jones. Even as my business assumed worldwide proportions, this has reminded me of beating interest. But I'm afraid you are mistaken. I have never tutored an American. Never? But I was so sure the time. Does that mean does that mean you won't help me? I think that means you're beyond help, Stone. Now why don't you surrender quietly? That voice. You're not Shastri, no Stone, but you said a master of disguise. Batman, the real one, Stone! Sheik! Ah! Stone, stop. It's pointless to run. I know who you are. No, you don't, Batman. Stone is dead. I killed him. All the men trails lead to him and, with a nameless cadavер. I exploded over downtown Gotham. The corridor I just entered you to match the pattern, to make sure everyone thought I was dead. Don't try to kid yourself, Stone. No one can vanish so completely. I've never been able to find them. Have I, Batman? Don't you see that where I begin? That was the core of the whole plan. I spent years creating a whole new life, Batman, and now you nor any of your enemies are ever going to harm us. Us. One hour later. But Master Bruce, if you know this man Stone is the killer, why don't you just go out and pick him up? Because he was telling the truth, Alfred. All the data on Frederick Stone ends with his apparent death. But if Mr. Stone is one of the men contacted years ago to help you in your training, why would he be killing off all the others who helped the same, including himself? And why would Bruce Wayne be on the list of his victims? I'm not sure what his exact motive is just yet. As to the illusion of Bruce Wayne, I suspect that was a result of his process of deduction in finding all the others. I learned about explosives from Stone. He must read on my using method only he could have taught me, and from that he reasoned other experts must have taught me other skills. As for Bruce Wayne, well, Ra's al Ghul once deducted my identity by locating the one man who has buying all the things Batman would need. Stone could have made a similar deduction, perhaps in deciding Wayne was someone somehow financing Batman. When Stone was thrown by my pretending Shastri was not one of the men who trained me, I realized he was working on guesswork rather than deductive reasoning. It is most fortunate you were able to contact Mr. Strachey and take his place, sir. Luckily, the heavy latex makeup I needed for the impersonation protected me from the electroshock that was meant to kill Strachey. I would hardly say those burns represent an indication of you having been protected, Master Bruce. You really should try to avoiding strenuous activity for a few days. Stone isn't likely to give me an even few hours now, not knowing that I know who he is. Even if I don't clue on where he is, but Jerry, I don't understand. What's wrong? What's happened after you dropped me off downtown? I did not protect you, Sally. All to protect you. I knew that if I could guess who all were, his enemies could guess. And that might be in danger. We'd be in danger for as long as we live. Guess what, Jerry? Whose enemies? You're not making any sense. I knew I could only learn the triple interest maneuver from me, don't you see? That's what I guessed. He learned all his other skills from other people, other experts. And the moment I realized that, I knew someone else might make the guess. The Joker, maybe. Two-Face. The Penguin. They're all homicidal maniacs. They think nothing of killing me to get to him. The Batman? Jerry, you're talking about the Batman? His enemies? But why would his enemies try to hurt him, try to kill him, or me? Because I helped train him. Haven't you been listening? I taught him everything I know about explosives, everything including the triple insert. I only ever taught that to one other man, and that man has to be the Batman. Once I guessed that it was easy to find the others, I knew exactly why I had my part of his training, you see, so I know when it was he would be gathering all the information that made him the Batman. I made myself a list of all the Batman skills, all the things I read about, seen on TV. I studied and learned a tiny part of each of those skills. Then I saw out the names of the men could have added their part of his training as I did mine. But your part's explosives. You're not an explosive actor, Jerry. You're a florist, the most harmless profession under the sun. A florist, yes, with a few more weeds to care before my garden is safe. Jerry! Wait! Wait here, my darling. You're safe to be here. It's him, all right. Stone, hiding plain sight under assumed and manufactured identity. Jerry, please, no, don't worry, miss. I'll stop him. Oh my god, don't be afraid, but I would suggest you leave here. If you stay now, you will only incriminate yourself. 30 minutes later, after the break of alarms, I must act quickly. If the Batman who knows who I am, he will surely also know I'm after. But there are more than one left to kill. He will not know who is to be next. Only I know that. And whatever else his skills might be, the Batman is not a murderer. Mr. Campbell, room service, knock, knock, knock. Room service? I didn't order any. Shut up. I don't have time for finesse, no time for games. What? You're going to die, Campbell. That's why you came to Gotham, although you had no idea what you responded to my invitation. And before you die, you're going to put this on. What in the name of the costume is my signature, Campbell. The mark I choose to let Batman enemies know why this is being done, why these men were dying. You have to die so I can live. Put it on. Soon. All right, I'm wearing the wretched thing. Now, what do you mean to do? You see this dagger, Campbell? Is an exact copy of the Sumerian dagger used the Sephardic people of North Tibet. It used to be used to human sacrifices, but they're more civilized in the past few years. Please, no, I have a wife. There are probably only 2 Americans who would recognize this dagger on sight, Campbell, and my next person and me. Yes, Stone. Yes, Stone, or would you prefer Sawyer? You went to a lot of trouble to create this identity, but it won't serve you now. Your so-called signature was meant to fool my enemies into thinking all the men who trained me were dead when corpses were wearing my costume stopped turning up. You wanted everyone thinking you were gone, no longer any sort of target for my vengeance on my enemies. The trick of killing each victim using the expertise of the next. That was both to call my enemy's attention to the murderers and to confuse me. It's all over. You played the last inning of this citizen games of yours. Set and match. Shank! It is impossible. It is impossible. I destroyed all the trails leading to me. You couldn't have found Frederick Stone. I didn't. I found Jerry Sawyer. And I found him because of this girl, Mary McGinnis. She led me to you. But she's dead. I realized after I used her to lure Weber to the hotel room to get him into the Batman costume. I realized she might give a description of me to the police. I was disguised, but you might have recognized me from her description. User, cool book. User, also remember me from yesterday? User, yes, 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 user, I do remember you from yesterday. Yes, user, I do. I'm just finishing up this comic book. Uh, In a way, that's accidentally what happened, Stone. Minnie could identify you. She had no idea who you were, what you really looked like, and so she left the scratches in the rug as you choked the life out of her. And this would have been nothing. If one of the investigation officers hadn't made the jump in near logic necessary connected Mary's death to the sprawl with the Batman series of killings, and when I examined the site of Mary's death, the clothing what she was wearing, I found traces of this chemical fertilizer, a very special kind of chemical fertilizer, usually exclusively in growing Andre's snow orchards. And there are only 3 commercial florists in Gotham who stock that very rare exclusive bloom. What was it, Stone? Were you so eager to see Mary McGinnis dead that you didn't bother to change into clothing you had been wearing for all the other murders? My shirt. Nothing to connect me to her. Didn't think to change my shirt. The clothings that had no traces of your life, your presence of life. Batman? This is the him, Commissioner. You'll find his identification lists him as Jerome Charles Sawyer. You won't be able to find much hard evidence to connect him to the Batman killings, I'm afraid. But if Mary McGinnis is anywhere, she could look down and see this. I hope she'll be glad to know she did not die for nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go and tell another young woman some very sad news. Um, this comic book was written by John Barnes, Jim Apollo the penciler, Mike DiCarlo inker, John Constanza letterer, Andrea Roy colorist, Dan Raspler assistant editor, Danny O'Neill editor, and Bob Kane the curator. And And that's the end of the first series of comic books that I'm reading today. So I read all three parts, part 1, 2, and 3 of The Many Deaths of Batman. That was the first series of comic books I'm reading today. Um, User, cool. What comic book is it? It's a Batman comic book. I was reading the series of comic book. I read the series of comic books from 1989. Batman. Uh, the Many Deaths of Batman. The Many Deaths of Batman. So that was the first in the series. Now we're going to read. Now we're gonna read the Batman Annual. So let's get started. Batman Prologue: The Dead of Winter. James Onley, writer. Bear. Okay. He was a man at war, an intense, obsessed soldier, fulfilling an oath he made more a lifetime ago while standing over his parents' grave. This is his city. Batman, glad you can make it. There is no more demilitarized zone. Anthony Wells was a good cop, Batman. This morning, someone firebombed his house. We think we know who. Well, was working undercover infiltrating a group of the thugs headed by Freddie Richard. Richard and his gang were known associates of old friend Two-Face. Two-Face, has he? Ah, recently escaped from his padded cell of Arkham Asylum. Officer Wells has hoping Richard will lead him to Two-Face. Looks like someone blew Wells' cover. Richards had him killed. No doubt Two-Face's order. A shame Wells was busting his chops on his case. He'd been passed over for promotion several times and hoped solid bust would. I can't believe it, Tony. Father, are you still all right? Barbara, what brings you to town? The Chinese art exhibit and my favorite man in the world. I came looking for you at the office when they told me about Tony. It's so sad. Did I see Batman? I've never quite warmed up to him. Join the club. Dinner tonight? Sure. Any leads on who blew up Tony's house? Are you joining the investigation? Father, I've given up crime fighting stuff. Why shouldn't I when there are criminals around handling things? So there are many leads. Goodbye, Barbara. See you tonight. The corpse isn't much to look at. Whoever planted this bomb knew just where to hide. They have to IR well through the detailed dental records. In a few hours, forensics will call you to tell you Freddie Richard planted the bomb. What your people tell you is admissible in court. I'm going to pick up Freddie. But Wells was our only contact. We don't know where Richards is. You don't? What's that supposed to mean? It seems like this Batman Annual is about Two-Face. Night. His name is Freddy. This morning, he detonated a bomb and blew up a police officer's house. He was about to show the error of his ways. Schmuck! Hey! Schmuck! 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 Crummy kids. When I get my hands on them. He. All right, kid. You asked for it. Jason, what are you doing? Running, so I'm improvising. I instructed you to lure Freddy down into the alley. I said nothing about snowballs. If Freddy spots you'll he bolt and we'll lose him. Stick to the plan or go home. That's a threat. Just do it. Arr! Two-Face. Greetings, old foe. Although from your side and your voice I see you're not the Robin I know and I hate, but another, a second Robin. How deliciously appropriate. Then tell me, Robin, do you have ever been shot with a 222 automatic? Stay back! Not very good at this game, are you, boy? Perhaps you should have thought twice before you signed on to be my arch's second foe. Geez, Batman! Too late. I could kill you without a second thought. Wait! Don't you live by the flip of your coin? Shouldn't you ask the coin whether I should live or die? Your duality is quite transparent, boy. You're stalling for time. I admire that. I've had this coin for years. A two-headed coin. One face clean and the handsome one scared. If the clean side comes up, you live. If the scared side wins, not that all the angels in heaven can save you. Flips the coin. This is your lucky day. All right, I won't shoot you. Still, I'll give you something to remember me by. Whop! Ah, hey! You cheated. The good side won, and you kicked me off anyways. Relax, boy. Grrr. This is only a two-story building. I never cheat. Jason, change of plan. Well, Dick, stinking Tracy. Let's whack this twerp out. Hey, look there. Batgirl! You remember? My name? I'm flattered. Now back off. Geez, it's just a dopey broad and a kid. Heads up, man. He's there too. Drop your weapons and stand away from the boy. The soldier rushes in while repressing a smile. The hell we will, he reveals in a clamor battle. Each fallen foe is a step closer to his ultimate goal. Moments later on the roof. I planted those twin cartridges like you asked, boss. Blew up the cop's house. What's next? That's Freddy. Is up to the coin. Batman's involvement was an unforeseen complication. I'm going to have to go and plan too. The plan begins with your elimination. What? Hey, boss, please! Click. Plow! Dead. I should have guessed. Impressive, old friend. You move so quickly, it's as if you're in two places at once. Harvey, look at us, challenging each other on a grimy rooftop. We used to be friends. Ah, yes, the two of us. I respected District Attorney. You, the Avenger of the Night, partnering in the war against crime. We are both casualties of that war, old friend. Our alliance was scared forever, along with the right side of my face. He's going to totally around the bend. He's completely irrational and deadly. Either I take him out or I'm dead. Threw away my Baratang to save Freddy. I've got nothing to throw at him, and he's got me pinned. I live my life by the coin, Batman. Ah, shit, my ring light changed. Fuck. Stupid ring light. Okay, I changed it back. Okay, back to the damn comic book. User, no swearing. I'm sorry. Uh, I live my life by the coin, Batman. Tonight's my evil nature resigns. That means you lose. Running out of options, maybe. I can empty this vital of mace into your grimy snow, and the borrow of pages from Jason's book. Yang! He was once a great man, a brilliant man obsessed with fighting crime. When I see the end to which his obsession has brought him, it slows me down just a little bit. Soon, thanks for your help. I knew you and Batgirl could handle things, Robin. Uh-huh. Batgirl, I thought you'd be retired. Or I'd hope as much. Honestly, Barbara, I thought you had hung up the blasted cape. Tony was a friend of mine, Dad. I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. Besides, I never said I'd burn out the outfit. We got Freddy for the house bombing and Two-Face in the bargain. Forensics have turned up enough evidence to trace evidence to put Freddy away for life. Nice work. Won't help your dead cop, Jim. The war goes on. End of prologue. So that was just user. It's okay. Thank you. That was just the prologue of the story. Good afternoon, Gotham City. It's 93 degrees in the shade again. 10th day in a row. Hope you got air conditioning because there's no relief in sight. Buzz! Ring! There's no escape, sir. Your doom is sealed. It's time to face it. A new day has begun. It began some 6 1/4 hours ago. What time is it, Alfred? 2 p.m. sharp, sure, as I requested. You've got quite interior today. I've your breakfast, your paper videotape of last night's Jack Ryder television special, and gardening shears with which to trim your hair. Bruce Wayne, have you seen the calendar? It's August 3rd. Taking the day off. No, maybe you should. 6 years since she died, Bruce, and still think about her every day. What's on your mind? You'll be at the benefit tonight. I'm surprised either of us will be there today, being the anniversary of your wife's death. And considering what happened to Barbara and Jason, Jim, you're getting absolutely morbid. Climb into the basket monkey suit and report on time, or you're fired, Casino. What was it? I thought I just saw. Jack Ryder has a special on last night called Inside Two-Face's Mob. I chalked it up for Hollywood Sherlock. But no, there it is. Electric chair for killer. Yeah, my old pal Freddy got named for the cop killed 2 years ago. He's about to go to the chair for it. But I did it, huh? I hope you fry, Freddy. So there you have it. Fragmented members of Two-Face's mob have been taken refuge in El Monica, Santa Prisca's infamous world deadliest city. While in Gotham City, Freddie Richard will be executed in 72 hours. We have attempted to contract the Gotham City District Attorney's Office, but they will not reopen the case with further corroborative evidence. Freddie Richard, cop killer, or innocent man. This is Jack Ryder, El Monica Santa Prisca. I don't believe this, Alfred. Cancel everything today. Something has come up. I assume you'll be wearing your gray today. Me and my men at war. An intense, obsessed soldier fulfilling an oath he made a lifetime ago. This is his city. This is his grieving wife grieving. Both his wife and his daughter are casualties on his war on crime. This is an annual ritual. It never gets easier. It certainly won't today. Thanks for coming. I don't imagine you much care for cemeteries. Jim, I need to release Two-Face for 72 hours. I have a strong hunch that Freddie Richards is innocent. We gotta try to save him. The old soldier is stunned. For many years he regarded the masked man as his friend and his ally in war on crime. Recently something has changed. The old soldier hardly even knows him anymore. Arkham Asylum. Open it up. Sure, Dr. Carabello. You want company? Nah, I got it. Hello, Harvey. Do you know who I am? Of course, Batman. I know false face when I see one, and I can see an enemy at 50 yards. You and I are going on a trip. I need your help to find one of your men. He's hiding out in Santa Prisca. In less than 70 hours, an innocent man will be executed for a crime he did not commit. Really ticks me off, Harvey. You see, I helped put Freddie Richards behind bars, investigating the crime. If he dies, it will make me look bad, and just can't have that. Well, look at that. I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes. I'm probably going to go for another hour. Probably go for another hour, depending on if people are actually liking the stream and they're watching. Oh yeah, I forgot to show the page. Damn, I keep forgetting to do that. I keep forgetting to show the pages for this. We're going to Santa Prisca, and you're going to take me to the men I'm looking for. Then you're coming back here. Don't do that. Don't you think you should let the coin decide? Good, Harvey. Though here follow this the voice of my sound of my voice. See, Harvey, you're not such a bad guy. You're about to perform a public service, a good deed. I ought to keep him warm at night. Too bad we have to get old, Harvey. Too bad we can't go back to the way things used to be, to simpler days, before we plunge into the dark abyss. And speaking of which, sorry about that. We're a really wicked dip right there. Go towards the light, Harvey, and step on it. I'm late for dinner. Night. Bruce Wayne is Gotham's most celebrated philanthropist and sponsors several of these gala bashes throughout the peculiar, allegedly maintained a litany of shelters. On the other hand, these occasions provide ample opportunity for Wayne to be seen in the public eye to maintain his carefully crafted slight image. He also managed to house a few orphans in the bargain. To say I'm ticked would be an understatement. Blast blood pressure shots up. Damn it, Bruce, I'm getting old, too old for this. You're young as you feel, Jim. Mister, you just don't want to know what I feel. Something busted Two-Face out of Arkham today. I think it was Batman. Isn't that strange how this happened right on the heels of his having asked to release him? I suppose. And do you suppose Batman will keep him on a short leash and put him back where he found him? Isn't it strange how an exception can change you? Makes you irrational, makes you want to roll the dice. Come on, Jim. The man wears tights. How rational could that be to begin with? Of course. Excuse me, but I haven't we met in our one nights of my dreams? Beep, beep, beep. Pardon me, my beeper. Hurry back. I thought you may need rescuing about now, sir. As casual. Have the travel agreements been made for my trip to Santa Presca, Alfred? Really, sir? You even ask? I'm nothing if not efficient. Call my office, use my comma link that routes my calls to Cleveland. Have my office send a messenger to the Wayne Manor with the stack of contracts I left on my desk. Have someone from my office call Gordon's office looking for me. Tell them to say it's urgent and there are contracts on the way to get to my house. Got it? Of course, sir. Eventually, sir. Thanks for the mass, sir. Night in Santa Presca. This is the coast city of Almonica, reputedly the world's most dangerous city. It is run by thieves and murderers. The major staple crop is narcotics. The major export is weapons and criminals. This plane is a part of the ring of smugglers who bring medical supplies to the impoverished populace. Bruce Wayne finances the operation. It affords him a live conduct to going on here inside this world's largest den of thieves. Tonight is also provides him a convenient way in. He also manages to provide medicine for a few sick people in the bargain. We arrived after the pilots dumped the cargo. We take a swim, Harvey. You can say it's swim, you can't you? I'll survive. There you go, the medical supplies. Get set, Harvey. How lovely is the sea, how seductive and peaceful, calm, belaying the certain death that awaits within the monkey depths. How I admire the sea's dual aspects. Time to go, Harvey. Okay, Harvey, which way to our men? Al Monica is due east. We best get moving before daylight arrives. Just a moment. We're walking into a war zone, Harvey. I've got a few special preparations to make it. 22 Gemini Lane. All right, what? What say I dissect you for the impatient Wallace? Open the blasted door. Geez, I'm sorry, boss. It's just that, well, we didn't know you were coming. Who's the new muscle? He's not your concern. I've come to speak to. You, Victor? Two Faces here. And why not? This promises is my Caribbean headquarters, is it not? You've been very bad, Victor. You shut off that mouth of yours one too many times. The authorities have placed our old friend Freddie Richards on death row, convicted of firebombing death a Gotham police officer. Freddie will die for the crime in less than 48 hours. Then, much to my surprise, I see this. Yeah, my old pal Freddie got nailed for the cop killing 2 years ago, and he about to go to the chair. But I did it. Haha, hope you fry, Freddie. So there you have it. Fermented members of Two Faces mob have been taken refuge in El Monaco, Santa Cruz's infamous World Betty-less city. While in Gotham City, Freddie Richard will be executed in 72 hours. This isn't the one. I don't know what you're talking about. This isn't the man I came to find, Two-Face. Let me offer you my theory. There once was the Gotham City cop who wanted a promotion. He was denied the promotion because he wasn't that good of a cop. So this cop sold out, went on to take on the local sleazeball, and they a very lucrative association. This cop was no dummy. He knew eventually he would be found out. So he made a deal with a sleazeball and faked his own death. The medical examiner was paid to falsify the records. They even found a John Doe corpse and put it in the cop's house before it blew up. They even framed a guy, albeit a useless guy, who had been eyed sooner or later anyways for the murder. Perfect crime except for this. In the back is Anthony Wells, Officer Anthony Wells, the cop who was allegorically killed by the man sitting on death row. I did some check-ins, Two-Face. Wells was on time in the big bucks. He was a dirty cop, and you were going one of the greasing him. Freddie Richards was a liability, so you got set him up for the double cross. How appropriate. Now Freddie's going to the chair while the man he allegedly killed suns himself on the Veronica. I want Wells, Harvey. I want him now. Wells was never part of our deal. Here's a newsflash for you, Harvey. We don't have any deal. You give me what I want or you pay the price. Why don't we just let the coin decide? Fine, Batman. Fine by me, Batman. Alright, nobody move. Sorry, boss. We did not know Victor set off the alarm. My coin, you made me drop it. My coin, you idiots made me drop it. My coin, what? Some kind of electric gyro undoubtedly designed to make the coin come upside clean. You cheated! Blam! 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 Crash! You cheated, and now you shall pay. Tw- 90 minutes later. Welcome back to the world's most living Batman. To your credit, when you fall, you fail hard. Those handcuffs are made of reinforced steel, my friend. We'll remove your utility belt. And that body armor you wear beneath your disguise, you will not escape. You see, I have plans for you this evening. I meant to lock you in this man, handcuff you are, along with your pair of hungry pit bull terriers. This van has no driver and no brakes. You are situated on the downward slope of the 20 mountain road. If the dogs don't get you, the crash certainly will. Double jeopardy, old foe. And while you're busy dying, Batman, I'm going to find Officer Anthony Wells and kill him. So you see, old foe, my revenge is twofold. You're not the only one, Batman. You failed. There's no way to save your old Freddy from the electric chair. And knowing you as well as I do, I'm sure facing it is the worst fate. I used to respect you. I thought you as a worthy foe, and you once were a friend. Cheating is beneath you, Batman. Contadable, clearly something has drastically changed within you. I miss the man you weren't once were. Where is Anthony Wells? I'm sure on the island somewhere. Now I've lost Two-Face, and I have to find him on my own before Two-Face kills him. I fiend unconsciousness longs enough to get to my block pits. I've hidden the mini tools under a layer of false latex skin. When I put them where I just thought I was just being overcautious. But when you were dealing with a menace like Harry Dent, crack! Rap, rap, rap. Better safe than sorry. I had to cut off before they even let the dogs go. These poor beasts are raised and trained to be ferocious and vicious. They don't deserve this. Two-Face will kill Wells within the hour. I haven't a clue as to where to find him, got to think. There's got to be a clue. There's always a clue. Quack! Something I something I've seen someone he said. Skeep! I've come too far. You can't blow it now. There's got to be something. Boof. Something I missed. What do I know about Wells? I think. Werp, werp, werp. That's it, of course, it's oblivious. There's only one place Wells would be. The dead of night. Santa Prescott's police force is overrun with men of questionable integrity. This is one of them. His name is Anthony Knowles. Hello, Anthony. I'm back. Two-Face, it's heard you were in town. Something has complicated our agreement, Officer Wells. You see, I am at war with the forces of justice. This war has claimed many casualties. Much as I might admire your sinister duality, I'm afraid that your circumstances have been designed for you, the next victim. He is a man at war, an intense, obsessed soldier, fulfilling an oath he made a lifetime ago while standing over his parents' grave. Crap! He has stopped at nothing to win the war. Nothing. Back in Gotham, you wanted a promotion, Wells. Too bad. You were such a lousy cop. Santa Prisca only employs lousy cops. When I spotted you in the video, your hair was matted. The same way Santa Prisca cops' hair get matted from the poorly made hats they wear. Whop! It was a long shot, Wells, but I'll take what I can get. Lights out, Harvey. Whack! 30 hours before Richard's execution. Got to move. An airstrip hair shore. The plot of this plane is used to task risk. Airlifting medical supplies and flew to Santa Prisca's Improbus Populus is extremely risky business. Just sitting here on the tarmac is suicidal. Bad people run this island. Very bad people. If he can get caught, he'll be killed. He wishes Batman would hold. Let's get moving, Irv. I've got to get to friendly territory quick if I'm going to get Wells back to Gotham in time to save Freddy's life. Anything you say, pal, and if you don't mind me saying so, you're going to an awful lot of trouble to save someone who tried to have you iced. How about that? Yes, how about that, old fool? Bop! Jerk. I hope Freddy burns. After all, you're the gun who arrested him. Twomp! Fomp! Is it really justice you're after, or are you already trying to get rid of the truckload of guilt hanging on your shoulders? Wish I know. There's no time. Santa Prisca's cops are right on our tail. If I take the time to nab both of them, the cops should shoot up the seaplane. And there goes my ride. Two-Face is a dangerous maniac whom I may bit more dangerous. I violate the odd trust we had between us by modifying his coin. Whatever heinous crimes he committed, he'll chalk it up to my tab. We both will. But if I lose, well, an innocent man will die. An innocent man I help apprehend. Where's the greater good? Who do I nail? When in doubt, go in with the gut. And hope I can live with the same later. The warriors glare down at the fallen officer. In the back of his mind, he recalls a Sunday school lesson he learned in another lifetime. Something about a man who puts his hand to plow and looks back. There is precious little time. The governor issued a start of the execution 45 minutes before Freddie Richards was to die. Well, I hope you're happy. You broke a homicidal maniac out of the nut house and then lost him in the Caribbean somewhere. And for what? To save an innocent man? What makes you think Freddy didn't kill that John Doe they left in that house? What makes you think the city any safer with him free? What the blazes makes you so right? How many people do you think Two-Face will kill before he gets nabbed again? Finish. 48 for 8 years. I deny the dream, Alfred. I trust you made well, Master Bruce. Upheld the legacy. I'm so glad to be here. I'm glad you're here. About that, sir. I've cared for the manor since my father plagued on through your family's tragedy, but now that you're home, I wish to continue my acting career, so I must ask you to find another butler. I'm just waiting in the window. Kevin Dooley, writer. Malcolm Jones, artist. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Resurfacing memories. Father served the Wayans as did his father. He trained him for the same future. But mother was never a butler wife, the stage kind. After mother left, father and I argued about my future. Mother wrote how proud she was of me. I loved the theater performing supporting roles. Father wish was that I continued the legacy before I could arrange otherwise. The Waynes were killed. Dr. Leslie Thompkins helped raise Master Bruce. We both cared beyond mere caring. He studied in Europe. And now with Master Bruce back, the legacy is over. Since the age of since the age 6, his tragedy has been his life. My life will be more than yes, sir, very good, sir. I will do some good with my life. The good one man can do. I teach him make up what it can't disguise. He is obsessed with his father's death as well with my father's life. We went out his first night. I awake to hear breaking glass, a trail of blood to study, the bell to call. Ting, 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 clunk. I knew it wouldn't be long before he need my army medical training. By some nod of fate, we have the same type of blood. Walter Halt. Walter Halt, 9586. Reading to one viewer is dedication. Well, thank you, Walt. I appreciate it. I just got done reading a series of Batman comic books. Part one of three, part one of two, and part three of the many deaths of Batman. And now I'm currently reading the Batman 1989 annual. He calls upon my costuming shells, something drawn from his memory, reactional, very nightmarish. Opinion, Alfred? Positively chilling, sir. Since age 6, me and had single resolve. The good one man can do. Now he talks about fear, the fear of God. We'll talk about the fear of failure. Since age 8, he's been the Batman. I must coach him in the role of Bruce Wayne. I must be more than my father's role, more than a butler. Uh, Batman Annual. Sometimes reality conflicts with the play. Where is he? Maybe he's forgotten. Our date is cheese. That's not likely, Bruce. We interrupt this program. Jackie Melville. WGTM in the East End tonight. A scene of gang violence. 3 survivors are holed up in the old theater, now homeless refuge. Hey, pigs! Now, please, not that theater. We got a bad rap here. We were paid to bring that other gang down, where we saw Mark of Zorro. Now, let's go. Or, huh? That's the last night on Master Bruce. Now you must be torn inside. Quack! It's the Bat Person. Quiet, Patty. Wow, look at it. It take him out those other two. Oh my god, he's been stabbed. Composure, stay in character. The Batman is trying to help the little boy who's frightened of an ominous figure. Batman grabs him and swings down. Take care of him. Yeah, it's kind of did. Hey, that sounded like Bruce. Alfred, do you sound Alfred, do you sound to think it sounded like Bruce? Mr. Wayne's voice is at least half an octave higher, sir. Yeah, I think Alfred's right. I don't know. Ring, ring, Alfred. Where is he, Alfred? I'll get it. Hello, Bruce. Where are you? Yes, we're watching it right now. Traffic that bad? No problem. Sure, some other. Oh, Alfred, that was Bruce on the phone. He's stuck downtown and won't be home for a while, so we might go as well. Yes, sir. Please let him be all right. Please don't let the good he's doing destroy him, sir. Is that to be an every night occurrence, sir? Patty! Bruce, listen, I've got to go out of town. Let's get together when I get back. About a week. Great. Bye. Very convincing, Alfred. I would have sworn it was me. Is that how you got rid of my guest? Yes, sir. I simply used one of the kitchen lines to call the main house line. Sounds like you gave quite a detour force. It was quite exhilarating. That's perhaps being your butler could be fulfilling an act of convenience to the audience of reality. Every day I'll be convincing people you're not less than you are. We do, however, we need to work on the voice. A half octave lower, I should think. But you know, Alfred, as your father was to my father, you could never be just a butler. Also, realize there's no shame in being a butler to serve someone you care for. I will even act as if your nocturnal exclusions don't bother me, that my heart does not cry with a bound of each wound. Very good, sir. I know I am doing the good one man can do, waiting in the wings. Okay, the last couple pages are just pictures. Okay, guys, that's the end of the Batman 1989 annual. Um, I hope you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed me reading part 1 through 3 of the Many Deaths of Batman and the Batman 1989 annual. Now we are going to go on the Now we're gonna go on to a DC movie special, Batman, and this comic book is based on the Batman 1989 movie. Okay, so let's get into it. Hmm. It's just a movie, for heaven's sake. Never mind, Harold. Can we please just get a taxi? We'll never a cab. Let's cut off the 7th. We're going the wrong way. 7th is this way. I know where we are. Harold! Ah! Do the kid a favor, lady. Don't scream. What we get? All right, American Express. Don't leave home without it. Let's beat it, man. I don't like it up here. I don't know. After what happened to Johnny Gobbs, look, Johnny Gobbs got ripped and walked off a roof. All right, no big loss. That ain't what I heard at all. I heard the bat got him. The bat? Give me a break. There ain't no bat. You hear something? I'm gonna get out of here. Alright, guys, I'll be ending the live stream in 30 minutes. 30 minutes and I'm ending the stream. Whack, twack, huck, dap. Don't kill me, don't kill me. You're trespassing, rat breath. Trespassing, you don't own the night. Tell all your friends, I am the night. The Dark Knight. He's gone. District Attorney Harvey Dent promises the wage war on the boss Carl Grissom. Pretty tough talk about Carl. Don't worry about it, Alicia. If this clown Dent could toss Grissom, I have him killed by now. If Grissom knew about us, he might kill you. Don't flatter yourself, Angel. He can't run this city without me. And besides, he doesn't know. You look fine. I didn't ask. What's going on, Lieutenant? Nothing, Knox. These two slipped on a banana peel. Take a hike. Go look for the news somewhere else. I think you're telling a fib, Lieutenant. I'll bet those two saw a gigantic, menacing supernatural form in the shape of a bat. That's 8 sightings in a month. Don't be writing this crap in the paper. I'll ruin you already useless reputation. Lots of punks in this town. Reran stiff. They said he drinks blood. They say he can't be killed. Lieutenant, is there a 6-foot bat in Gotham City? If so, is he on the police payroll? If so, what's the pulling down after taxes? Well, 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 here comes our pet police lieutenant. Whatever you selling, I ain't buying it. I answer to Grissom, not to psychos. Why, officer, you should be thinking about the future. You mean when you run the show? You got no future, Jack. You're a nut boy, and Grissom knows it. Caden Daniel, I have a crush on you. Well, thank you, Caden Daniel. I appreciate it. If you would like to, please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel, and turn on all notifications for all my videos, and come back to my Q&A live stream and my gaming live streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube. It would be appreciated. Thank you for having a crush on me, and thank you for watching the stream. I hope you're having fun, and I hope you're enjoying it so far. And I do hope you're having a good day, and thank you for joining the stream and chatting in the stream. Thank you. Watch the suit. And where you been spending your nights, handsome? Hey, Knox, someone to see you. Someone? I'm Vicky Val, the photographer, right? Vogue, Cosmo, I've seen your stuff. Listen, I hope you didn't come here to ask me to pose nude because you're going to need long lens. Actually, I've been in the Quartal Metsit war zone. Hey girl, could you get hurt doing this stuff? What are you doing here? I'm here to see some of the wildlife in Gotham City. Like what? Like bats. A picture of a guy in a bat suit catching criminals. Batman sweeps crime from Gotham. My photos, your world's Pulitzer Prize material. Problem is, you only got one who believes my words. I can't get proof Commissioner Gordon's got a file, but I can't reach him. He'll be on Bruce Wayne's charity party, won't he? I'm not a guest on the list. I am. Miss Bell got a date. Will you help me? Do you snore? Yes, we will marry him. I'll learn. I want to handle the Operation Access Chemical personally, Jack. Me? Carl. I can't we send somebody else? The fumes in the place. Jack, it's an important job. If the gets out the record books will be fingered. I need someone I can trust. Okay, handle it. With your luck, it should be a piece of cake. My friend, your luck is about to change. You can see something gassy. Not you, Alicia, to your very special friend Jack. Do me a favor, get Lieutenant Eckhart on the telephone and tell him thanks for the information about Jack's hobby. Commissioner Gordon, I've heard a crazy rumor that you open a file on the Batman. Is that true, Commissioner Gordon? There is no bat. If there were, we would find him and arrest him. Find him, arrest him? That's what I've always heard, Commissioner. Come on, be straight with me. Enjoy the party. Go on, look at Wayne's weapons collection. Look at this stuff. Who is he, this guy, Wayne? He gives to humanitarian causes and collects all this? Where did this come from? It's Japanese. How do you know? Because I got it in Japan. So, you're Bruce Wayne. I'm Knox. I'm Alexander Knox of the Gazette. I like your work, and I'm Vicky Val. I've seen your photographs. You got an extraordinary eye. Some people think she has two. This is an amazing house. I'd love to shoot it sometime. Sir, Commissioner Gordon was compelled to leave. Thank you, Alfred. Sir, very unexpectedly. Oh yes, thank you, Alfred. I hope you excuse me. Sure. Are the rich odd? Yes, they are. I said odd. He's complicated. Well, you're not the greatest fan. There are mirrors in every room. The guy loves himself. Maybe it should be in rain, Bruce. Play the Gordon tape. Again, Alfred. Yes, sir. Anonymous tip. Jack Naper's cleaning out access chemicals. Good lord. If we could put him on hands, we'd get Gissem. I'm going. Shoot to kill. The safe's empty. Looking the party, looking lousy with cops. We've been ratted out here, boys. Freeze! Blam! 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 Run for it! What's going on here? This is my caller. Beat it. Like hell. I want him taken alive. Repeat. Any man who opens fire on Jack Naper will answer to me. Gotta be out of here somewhere. Jack! Oh my god. Eckhart, think about the future. Blam! Nice outfit. Blam! For wanging. Ah! Hold it right there. Who is this guy? I don't know until we find out. Keep him on the lid on it. I am flattered what you asked me at dinner, Bruce. Pass the salt. Sure. Do you like eating here? Do you know I don't think I've even seen this room before. Come on. This house, all this stuff, it just doesn't seem like it. Well, some of it is very much, and some of it is. The dining room is. You're very strange. Thank you. Is this fair? I'm half drunk, and you're not even. Hey, two drinks, and I'm flying. Why are you afraid of flying? Well, let's see how we did. We'll have bandages off in the moment. Mirror. You understand the nerves were completely severed, Mr. Naper? I'm sure with the proper reconstructive surgery. Ha 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 ha. That you sugar blumps. It's me, sugar blumps. Jack? Thank you, you heard. I'm alive. I've been here. Fried. Is that what you heard? You set me up over a girl. You must be insane. Jack, listen, we cut a deal. Jack. Jack's dead, my friend. You can call me Joker. Blam! 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 And as you can see, I'm much happier. Watch it, Batman. Wait to get a load of me. Wing Freak terrorizes Gotham gangland. I'm losing confidence in you. Going out with this weirdo, this wouldn't be a personal issue for you, would it? I just want you to do your job. I am doing my job. There's nothing in this file but social puffery, no photos, no history, no nothing. Where he gets his money. What is he doing all day? Who is he? Who cares? I do, and I'm going to get some answers. What is this evidence you filed? Mr. Grissom asked me, as a personal favor, to take over his business until returned. Where'd he go? Vacation, long vacation. We have witnesses. It's true. He raised his dead hand inside the paper in his own blood, and he didn't pen with his pen. Hello, Vinny. Gwag! Shouldn't try to take what belongs to the Joker, Vinny. Buddha, 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 Buddha. Bruce, get down! It's him. Ram! Bruce, you might have been killed those guns. Guns? Bruce, I'm sorry, Miss Val. Mayor, what do you think of the theory that this mysterious Batman is a mob enforcer killing these men? Batman, can somebody please tell me what the kind of world we're living in? Where a man dressed as a bat gets my airtime. Is this city need an enigma? Miss Val, you were an eyewitness. Yes, but I was too busy dodging bullets to see. Stop the press. Who is that? That woman has style. A lovely beast like that could get a man up and running. That's Vicky Val. She's a photographer. She's been dating some guy named Wayne. She's got to trade up. I'm going to get a new girl, Bobby. After all, I need one. Too bad Alicia's taking a head over out of the shoulder, isn't she? Two more deaths from the mysterious laughing sickness were reported today, bringing the total to 14. Cause of the death seemed to be violent allergic reactions, though authorities have not ruled out the use of the drug. Peter. Plan continued for city's 200th birthday celebration as Mayor Borg announced the unveiling of a statue. Ha 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 ha. Becky, what's wrong? Ha 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 ha. Kill the camera. Love that Joker. Where's it coming from? I don't know. New improved Joker brand with my secret sauce Smilex. Let's go a blind taste test. Ooh, he's not happy. He's been using brand X, not an actor. But with the new improved Joker brand, I got to grin, grin, grin again. Where can you buy these fine new items? Well, the new deal, folks. Chances are you brought them already. So if you did, remember that happy face. I'm Vicky Val. I had a message to meet here with Bruce Wayne. In the tier room, I phoned to tell him I was delayed. Yes, he was not arrived. We have a table waiting on the balcony. Oh, Master Bruce, did you see the message from Miss Val? She'll be 10 minutes late in the meeting you at the museum. But I'm not meeting her. Miss Val, this just arrived for you. Dear Vicky Val, put this on right now. Success. Okay, everybody, let's broaden our minds. I think it's safe to take that off. You're beautiful. Thank you. Let me tell you about myself. I do what others only dream of. I do art till somebody dies. I'm world's first fully functioning homicidal artist. What do you want? My face on $1 bill. I take it you're joking. Do I look like I'm joking? What do you want from me? A little song, a little dance. The Batman's head. Crash! Once upon a lance, huh? It's Batman. Cuck, cuck. Those toys. Where does he get those wonderful toys? Get in the car. What car? That car. Why can't I see out the windows? I changed the coloration of the glass. This is kidnapping. Looks like it. We're almost there. Hang on. You're heading straight for the wall. I know. Don't you want to stop or turn around? No. It's not real stone, Mrs. Val. It's a hologram. I'm glad. Watch your step in here. What is this place? Home. Bat, they're terrifying. That's the idea. They're great, also survivors. What are you going to do with me? You're going to do something for me. I think I figured out what Joker is doing to those products. They are killing people. The police have got it wrong. They're looking for one product, but the Joker tainted hundreds of basic chemicals at their source. Then, when the whole shipments of every product would be poisoned, we will all be dead. No, each product only contains one component. The only poison only works when they're mixed. Hairspray won't do it alone, but hairspray and perfume and lipstick will be toxic and untraceable. How did you figure that out? Take this to press. Why did you bring me here? You could have sent this information. You're right, I could have. There's something else. Gas. I'm sorry, I was wrong to bring you here. Avoid the following contaminated products. Deodorants with baby powder, hairspray, shampoo, and safe products are flying in as Gotham City goes on a forced fast. And all of Gotham is wondering what to make of Batman, friend or foe. I have given it a name to my pain and Ka-thump! It's Batman! Bob, you got possessed strength to inflict great pain. We got a bait to kill. And what I want to clean the claws. I came over to clear a few things. Who do you think I am? I called you. I called you. Look, will you give me a chance to explain some things? People have different sides to them, a whole other life they lead to them. Vicky, what I'm trying to tell you, It's okay to tell me. Knock knock, Miss Me. Vicky, I'm really very upset. You were dining with me, and I was a man who's getting somewhere with a beautiful woman, and then all of a sudden you take off with that sideshow phony. Well, Miss Bell is another rooster in the henhouse. Take a beak from our heart. You're Bruce Wayne? Now pass. Let me tell you about a guy I know, Jack. Bad seed, cow means hurts people. I like him already. Problem is, he's got crazy, sloppy head full of bad wiring. Know what happened to this guy? He ended up with his lights out. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil by the pale of moonlight? What? I asked that question of all my prey. Just draft before I send a draft of those domes. Never rub a never man's rub a dub dub. Why is it every time we get comfy, there's always someone who gets in our way? I'm only laughing on the other side. My smile is just deep skin. If you could see inside, I'm really crying. You might join me for the weep. Uh, I am Bob the Second. Hello, I am Bob the Second. I hope you're having a good day so far. I'm just reading some Batman comic books from 1989. That's what I'm doing right now, reading some Batman comic books from 1989. I need a moment alone, but I'll be back. Bruce! Gone! Your friend Bruce is pretty screwed up, Vicky. Bruce's father and mother, the same. Now check us out, Father. The poor kid watched them the whole thing. Oh my god, his parents were murdered in that alley. That's why we went there. It was an anniversary of their death. The look on his face, it just looks like the day with the Joker in front of Town Hall. The file of your parents, sir, as a request. Thank you, Alfred. I shall be in the kitchen if you need me. I remember it so cruelly and so vividly, as though it was yesterday. Tom, there's someone following us. Tell me, kid, you ever dance with the Dale by the pail in the moonlight? Come on, let's go. It was him. Are you alright? When, how did you get here, Alfred? Is this what you were going to tell me? Apartment when the just Joker came? You're him, aren't you? The Batman. I've loved you ever since the night I met you, but I don't know if I can love you dead. I can't help out with that. I wear a cape, you take pictures, it's not a perfect world. It doesn't have to be perfect world. I just gotta know if we're gonna try to love each other. He's out there tonight. And now I got to go to work. Crash! Bam! 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 Wham! Wham! Bam! So, you figure out where I concede with my little surprises, eh? The place where life as a Joker started, but you're down there and I'm up here. I'm going to Gotham Bicentennial Festival. You really ought to show up. I'm going to kill 1,000 people in an hour until you do. And shortly, hey, look there, man, we aren't equipped to handle this. What's throwing? It's a dollar bill. Welcome, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Open those hungry wallets. You think Batman will show you for this? He'll be here. What's happening with the float? I'll take a look through the telephone lens. Some kind of vapor. Those balloons are full of smile wax gas. He's going to kill everybody. Come on, we got to warn the crowd. Where's Batman? Is that him? Alfred, read me. Yes, sir. Most of the crowd has seen the gas or its effects. They're still looking at the bills. What is this stuff? It's fake. Bob Mask. Now comes the part where I relive you, the little people, of the burden of your failed and useless lives. But as my plastic surgeon always says, when you got to go, go with a smile. Fizz! Click! Quack! To snack! My balloon! To snack! My balloons! Those are my balloons! He stole my balloons! Why didn't somebody tell me he had one of those things? Blam! Twasnack! Oh ho! Where is everybody running to? It's just cooking. Good some schmoes. Back for more? Come to me. You gruesome son of the ass. Wham! To sham! Expulsion shell. I'm hit. I'm going down. Quaff! Quaff! Darlings, now that's why I like to talk to here. Looks like I must get you to the church on time. Transportation for two at the top of the Gotham City Cathedral in 5 minutes. Roger, boss. Better make it 10. Creak! Ha 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 ha! Clap, clap, clap! Boom! Oh, my foot! Keep moving. We got company. You'll move faster without the heels. Ha ha ha! Clap, clap, clap! What's going on here? Commissioner, the Joker and his gang are in the cathedral and Batman too. There's nowhere else to run. I'm through running. Just a little dab should do it. And vanilla. Instinctively privacy. Quack! Clang! 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 My God, if we hadn't been on their stairway. Crash! Well, the only way to the tower from here is inside the block. I want a searchlight aimed at the bell tower and see if you can get a police helicopter out there. I'll do what I can, sir, but it might take a while. It seems at last I have a bat in my belfry. Ah! Twack! Ah! Ignore the servants. You know, without you can do, I can go. Ha 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 ha! It's a thought. We were made for each other. Beauty and the Beast. 'Cause if anyone else calls you a beast, I'll rip their lungs out. Bong! Pardon me? Have you ever danced with the devil by moonlight? You're not going to walk away from this. You idiot. You remember me? You dropped me in that vat of chemicals. It was pretty hard to smile down afterwards. Don't think I didn't try. I know what you did. You murdered my parents. What? I made you. You made me first. I say you made me, so you have to say I made you. How childish can you get? You wouldn't hit a man with glasses. I don't see him. Did he fall off the ledge? I saved you. I saved the last dance for you. What are you laughing at? They don't make ledges the way they used to. Whip, whip, whip. Well, it's time to retire. Eee! Feel free to drop in. What's that? I suppose the meter would label it a batarang. The boss is on the ladder, but we got company. Let's go. Stop. Wait. Down. Down. What the heck are we dragging? Reek! Ah! 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 Crash! Are you alright? I think so. I do think the same can be said for the Joker. Ha 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 ha! What? Where's that laughing coming from? A laugh box. Batman falling to the ground over here. Ha 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 ha! Turn him over. Now we'll see who the guy is. Alexander Knox? Can I still make the late edition? Alright, members of the press, I have a few announcements to make. First, to clear up a little misunderstanding, Gotham Globe reporter Alexander Knox is not Batman. On the other hand, he's not Alexander Knox. We have received a letter from Batman this morning. Gotham City earned a rest from crime. But if forces of evil should rise again, to cast a shadow of the heart the city call me. Question, how do we call him? He gives us this signal. Vicky, aren't you covering this press coverage? No, I'm going to disappear for a while. What about the Puzzler's Prize? You get mine for me, Allie. What about your picture of Batman? Take care, Allie. Miss Vale. I thought champagne might be in order, ma'am. Mr. Wayne said to tell you he'd be a bit late. I'm not surprised, Alfred. And then here's a little bit of more of the Batman. Okay. Yeah. So guys, I got done reading part 1 of 3 of The Many Deaths of Batman, the Batman 1989 Animal, and the Batman movie comic. So, we got, I think I got 3 more comics to read. So, I don't know. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna call it. All right, guys. All right, guys. I hope everybody has enjoyed me. I hope everybody has enjoyed listening to me reading a series of Batman comics from 1989. I hope everybody has enjoyed me live streaming on Saturday. This was a test to see if people enjoyed me doing a live stream on Saturday. And this live stream was also a test to see if people would want me to read a comic book on stream. I hope everybody enjoyed me. I hope everybody enjoyed me watching me read a series of comic books on this live stream. Uh, a series of comic books from 1989 of Batman. So I hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope everybody enjoyed me reading all the Batman comic books today. Please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to turn on all the notifications for all my videos. Please don't forget to come back to my YouTube channel to watch my Q&A live streams and my gaming live streams to get my watch hours up on YouTube. I hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody enjoyed. I hope everybody enjoyed watching me read these series of comic books from the year of 1989 of Batman. So I hope everybody had fun. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. I'll see you guys in the next live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. 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 All right, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I'm just going to let this run off a few more seconds. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Bye.